Hello everyone! Welcome to another ELCI virtual activity. Today's activity is going to be a little different than what you're used to in the past. We're actually going to go back in time so you get to know a little bit more about me and you get to see all of the things that I like to do for fun and all of my hobbies. So we're going to take a look at obstacle course race, or an OCR. An OCR is an obstacle course race. It's something that I like to compete in for fun. I'll usually travel around the United States depending on where races are and things like that, and just compete with friends of mine to get faster times or to place in certain rankings, and it's a lot of fun. And so I'm glad that I get to show you one of the races that I did with a good friend of mine. His name is Alex. This particular obstacle course race is called the Spartan Race. It's a league that I compete in, and I went to go compete in one of the most difficult races in the whole Spartan Race circuit, and that's the Big Bear, California Beast. So it's roughly about 25 kilometers, and it was very intense. I started the race in the morning about 10 a.m. and I finished around 5 p.m. I'm gonna give you a play-by-play of all of the obstacles I did, and we'll just have some fun with it. So first things first, I had to fly from Portland, Oregon to Los Angeles, California. After I flew into LA, my friend Alex picked me up and we drove to Big Bear Mountain, California. This is me cooking a dinner, a high-protein dinner right before my Spartan race to give my body the fuel I need to compete, and compete at a very high level. Alright, today's the day of the Spartan race. I just got done stretching. Alex just woke up. You may be wondering, what is that? It's mustard, and mustard helps so much with muscle cramps. Now I am putting on the headband with my race number, and I'm also putting on my wrist a GPS tracker. So another thing that we had to do for the race was apply sunscreen. Let's go. Maximum effort. That's it. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the fun part. This is why it's called an obstacle course race. It's more than just running a distance. You have to battle the climate, you have to battle the elevation, you have to battle the distance and the fatigue, as well as the obstacles. So I think this race in particular had about 20 to 25 obstacles. My friend Alex and I, we were just kind of filming each other doing these obstacles, just in case we failed at them and we needed to find a way to improve for our next race. But take a look at some of the obstacles we were able to film for y'all, and we just gave our maximum effort.
We're up the hill.
We're not up the hill, my friend.
We're not up the hill, but we're up one of the hills. Two of the hills. Hey, brother. Oh, you took it already. Easy, dude, easy. Come on.
So that was the first obstacle in the race. So what happened was I had to climb 3 miles in elevation just to get to that obstacle. And I was battling altitude sickness. I felt like I wanted to throw up as I was getting higher and higher on the mountaintop. But the first obstacle was the monkey bars.
Get up that thing, man.
So this was a fairly easy obstacle for me. It's a 10-foot wall, and you just have to jump over and climb over the wall. So this is one of the more difficult obstacles in the whole Spartan Race series. It's called the Olympus Wall, and your feet cannot touch the ground. If it touches the ground, you fail the obstacle. But it's a slanted wall, and you just have to grip with your hands and shimmy over to the other side and ring the bell. Did I mention that you only have one try at each obstacle, and if you fail, you have to do 30 burpees. So burpees are a variation of a push-up and a jumping jack all in one motion. Whew. Just watching these videos is making me sweat. So this obstacle is the twister. This is one of the more difficult obstacles on the Spartan Race course. It's really difficult because you need to know how to use your momentum to help you swing from one side to another so that the bars can come down, so that way you can grip and shimmy to the other side. Another difficult piece about the twister is that if you go too fast, you have to wait for the person in front of you to finish. So you can see that I'm hanging just a little bit because I'm waiting for the person on my row to finish. So this next obstacle, I feel like I made it look a lot easier than it actually is, but in reality the metal bar combined with the mud and the dirt and the oil of the other competitors makes the grip almost nearly impossible to keep while you're swinging from one bar to another. So you have to be very careful when you're transitioning from one bar to the next.
Take your time, you got it. You got it, finish it. There you go.
So this obstacle for me
Come on, leverage,
has
man.
always been really difficult. I've never been able to complete this obstacle before this race.
There's a good grip right here if you want to go one more.
It's a 450-pound tire flip.
Right, perfect grip.
And you have to flip it 2
If you want
times.
to spin it around, you can throw it back
And
this way too.
I was so happy when I was able to do this
Make sure
because
there's enough
I've
room
never
for
been
someone
able
else
to
to
do
get
it before.
You got to get it up there. Come on. There you go. Push, 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 push. Terry, let's go, man. Hey, don't get squat. Stay up. Stay up, Terry. Come on, man. Look at that squat. Uh-oh. Squats are coming in. Nice and slow on the way down, man.
So this obstacle is called the sandbag
Nice and
hoist.
slow, nice and slow.
And
There you
you can hear Alex
Use your core,
say,
use your core, you
don't
got it."
squat, or you're using the
Now
squat.
you're happy, man.
We decided to make the obstacle more challenging for us by only using our arm strength. So this last obstacle is called the multi-rig. It's very difficult. It switches from a ring grip to a pole grip to all sorts of grips, and you just have to make your way to the end. And I almost slipped while on the ring, and that would have been crucial because I would have had to do 30 burpees, and I don't like burpees.
Go, go, go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Bang it out, bang it out. Bang it out. There you go. There you go, there you go.
Finished. We finished. I'm cold. I've never been this cold since Seattle.